Hey everybody, welcome to Sean's page. Sean here, and today I want to discuss with you the Seiko 5. This is an automatic watch, and we're going to go over a couple of the nomenclature. We're going to talk about some of the things, and then we're going to talk about the watch itself. It is automatic, so let's flip it over, and Seiko did this. A lot of companies do this. I think it's super cool to show your friends. The flip, the automatic movement. This is a crystal case back, it screws down, and it is automatic. Here is a little rotor. It's a half circle kind of a thing, and as you move, it spins and winds the watch. Seiko, in their genius, makes this wind the watch in either direction. When it spins clockwise or counterclockwise, it contributes to the power reserve and the winding of the watch. This is a 21 joule movement, and we'll discuss joules. This right there, see a little red or purplish dot, is a lab-created ruby, and they provide friction points. Rather than metal on metal and just grinding the metal away, it's a ruby. And that, with a drip of oil, reduces the friction and reduces the wear. This watch has been running for almost 10 years, and it still keeps great time. I like my watches to be a little fast, so I set this one once a month, 5 minutes ahead, and by the end of the month, I am just about on time with my cell phone. So I'm gonna say it falls behind by about let's say 4 minutes a month. It's slow. Perfect for a watch that right now can be had on Amazon delivered to you for under $47. Now, Seiko 5. This was introduced in 1963 as the Sportsmatic 5 with an automatic movement. We discussed 3-bar water resistance and 1 window day and date. I don't know how water resistant this watch is, and I can't find much information on it. I know I have taken this to the pool. I've been 6 feet down, and it did not take on any water, which is just fine for me for scuba diving. I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it for scuba diving. They're not advertising how deep you can go for a reason. You probably can't go very deep, but for showering and swimming in the pool, I found it works just fine. Now, the reason for the 5 is this has 5 attributes. It has automatic movement, we've discussed that. Day, date in a single window. There's one window. There's no division between the day and the date. There's the day dial here and the date dial here. Some people have complained about all these numbers and the seconds, and you don't need that. Working in healthcare, this is nice when you're taking a pulse. Pretty useful. Moving right along. Water resistant, I talked about that. I don't know how water resistant it is. It started as 3-bar with the original Sportsmatic 5, and it eventually made it to 7-bar. I don't know what the water resistance is. Now, recessed crown at 4 o'clock. Somebody was complaining about this. The reason they did this was maybe a marketing gimmick. You set it once, you wind it. The original ones you could wind. This does not wind. You have to only wind by body movement. You set it and leave it. It will wind as you move, and you can get to the crown through the back. Very simple little place to put your fingernail and pop that crown. And for me, I do it once a month. So that's kind of neat. It kind of contributes to a circular, uninterrupted looking face. Really dig that. And it has a durable case and bracelet. This bracelet is the canvas, not very spectacular bracelet. The original ones had a metal bracelet that was durable, but what I can tell you about is this case is really durable. This watch has dents. I've hit it so hard that I've actually dented it, and it just works. This will be the best, let's call it $50 that you will spend on a watch. This has the 7S26 21 joule movement. We've talked about that. It is non-hacking. So when you pull out the crown, it keeps running. Hacking movements, when you pull out the crown, the second hand will stop. This way you can synchronize it to your cell phone. When it gets to the 12, you set your time. When it gets to the 12, then you push the crown in and it starts running. This one doesn't stop. I don't know if that's a make or break. To me, I don't care. 37 millimeter diameter, 12 millimeters thick, or 12 millimeters thin, 18 millimeter lug width. You will find bands readily available at that lug width. And it is an all-around great watch. This is the SNK 803 in beige. It also has the SNK 805 in green, the SNK 807 in blue, and the SNK 809 in black. The band matches the dial. So if that's a make or break, you maybe want to get a black one because you can easily find black bands. Or get whatever color you want, and when the time comes to replace the band, black kind of goes with everything, just get a black band. Anyway, love this watch. I recommend you buy it. There was a review in which the guy was complaining about how loud it is. See that spin? I'm in a quiet room. Maybe you can hear that. Maybe you can't. You're not going to flick it like that when it's on your wrist. And when it's on your wrist, you're going to muffle that with your wrist. It's very quiet. This isn't something that you're going to wake the baby when you walk through a room. This guy did nothing but complain about this watch, and I want to dissuade you from that. It's great. He complained about the crown, couldn't get his finger underneath it. You don't have to do it very often. Have someone else set it if you don't have enough nail to get your finger underneath it. It works fine for me. And he complained about the time. It keeps great time. This guy was talking about his being 5 minutes fast a day or so fast every day. I'm not seeing that out of my watch. You probably will achieve the same results as I do. This isn't my only Seiko. This isn't my only Seiko SNK. And I've gotten the same results out of them all. Now, my only problem with Seiko is they've been around since 1913. They make great watches. They make all the way from a $50 watch to a $450,000 watch. They make great watches. Their customer service, the one time I used them, was abysmal. I was treated like I was putting them out. I called about this, the Orange Monster. There is a little pinhole I discovered above the second A in automatic. And I was out of the warranty, the 3-year manufacturer defect warranty, and they were like, well, oh well. Not oh my gosh, we're sorry, you just bought it that. Well, that's cool, send it in. We'll tell you, here's how much it costs to replace the face. First, I had real trouble describing to them it wasn't the crystal, it was actually on the face from Seiko. Well, how'd that get there? I was being interrogated. I don't know how that got there. I've never opened it. It's a great watch. 60 clicks. Not sure I'm crazy about that, but just a beautiful case, a fantastic watch. I would suggest that if you buy a Seiko, this came out fine. There's no problem here. This came out with a little funky thing on the face. I didn't notice. I bought this in October of 2011. I just noticed it a week ago because I just got my stereoscope. Anyway, I would recommend you order your Seiko, you get it home, you put it under a stereoscope, a high power magnifying glass or whatever, and look at the face. And if it's not flawless, send it back and just keep doing it until you get a perfect one. I would say you'll get a perfect one on your first try. The odds are pretty high. This was kind of an anomaly, and it wasn't any big surprise to Seiko, though. They didn't want to say, just send it in, we'll fix it. They said, hey, that's how it goes. I think they were in New Jersey, and they kind of gave me the East Coast attitude. No offense to you East Coasters. I'm from New York. We don't all have that attitude. But they were like, what do you want us to do about it? This came through, this guy, flawless. I put this under the stereo microscope. A stereo microscope has 2 objective lenses, and you see in 3D. So you can manipulate it under the microscope 40 times. Flawless. Just a perfect face. This one, 40 times. Flawless. Perfect. Except for a little hole above that A. Pretty hilarious. You can't see it now. I couldn't see it the naked eye. I can't spot it. I can't spot it with my jeweler's loop that I use to solder my flight controllers and my power distribution boards for my drones. It was only until I put it under the stereoscope that I saw it. And I'm not really worried about it, but I wanted to point out to you, if you're going to buy a Seiko, check it when you get it. If it's perfect, wear it, enjoy it, you'll love it. If it's not, immediately send it back. Customer service wasn't helpful. I don't know if I would rely on their customer service. At least not outside of the 3 years. Maybe inside of the 3 years would have been great. But now they're like, yeah, whatever. Kind of like I put the hole there. I don't know how I got through this to put the hole there. But anyway, bye Seiko. I like Seiko. I just noticed that I'm doing a lot of rambling, and I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope this has helped. This is a great watch, and if you got a kid that wants a watch, it's a great size. They can wear this for years and beat on it, and if they smash the dial or they totally break the watch, you're out $50. If not, if it's like mine and I've dented it, I've abused it, I wear it constantly, it's like the best bargain out there in watches. You get an actual automatic jeweled movement watch with the day and date that keeps great time. Not disappointed with Seiko products at all. They're great. Thank you for watching this video. Please click subscribe, give a thumbs up, comment. Let me know what you think about Seikos. What's your experience? And if you click the little bell, it will alert you when I do another video. Thank you once again for watching. Bye-bye.